What's up, fellow podcasters? Welcome back to part 2 of the podcast interview breakdown with the Full Send podcast crew and Kodak Black. Part 1 will be linked below, and here we go.
On that level, but I just want to say that we're all wishing the best going forward because you're a good man. You're a very talented fucking musician. You're something that motivates us when we listen to you.
Yeah.
So just want to let you know
that's
that.
gonna make you motivated after spending days in the box. You're like, oh, I'm not going back there.
Hell yeah. Facts, man. I was just like,
Who dat?
Bob's Postmates.
Hey, I got Postmates here if you don't mind.
nah, you can.
I ordered some shit.
Taco Bell. I don't know if you're down or not.
Cause out of all my time and shit like that, this time, it was like being the hardest. So it was like, man, you know, hell, yeah, that shit motivation and make you feel like, man, you know, hell, nah, I ain't coming back to this shit, you hear me?
Right,
So it was like more of a, oh, I ain't in here to be, they be playing, I'm in here like, oh, yeah, I'm in prison, I'm big, and yeah. It was like, man, shit, you know, shit turned a whole another way. I'm saying I had to go through it right quick.
Yeah. After Super Gremlin, this album, are people hitting you up for features and stuff because you're like hot right now?
Well, yeah.
What do you? Can you tell us like what you charge or who's hitting you up and how you pick who to do a song with?
Yeah, I be charged like 100, 150.
150 for a feature?
Yeah.
I could come up with that if you want to do a track with me or no.
That.
So, yo, Kodak, how does that work with features? Like, so 150K is your rate, but do you ever do like a feature for free for somebody?
This is a great question. Steiny I call this the volleyball question. So Steiny set it up and, like I said, started to talk about rates, and these guys can get away with asking something like that. If he was just sitting down with me talking prices like that, because even though I'm super curious, I don't know if I could ask that question. So I'm jealous that they get to go there. But Steiny set it up, and then Kyle spiked it. And now he's about to get a great response to get all of his rates and everything like that. This is great.
Yeah. I do that.
Like, will rappers trade, like, someone you have a relationship, like, you'll do a feature for free, or is it 150, like, no matter what?
Yeah, I do that.
Does the label have any say in that?
Nah.
Like, you can tell the label, like, nah, like, it's this person. I'm doing the feature
Nah,
for
they ain't
free.
got no say.
They have no say? I was wondering how that works.
What about with Conscience with Future? That's one of my favorites. Was that just a collab? Like,
Real quick, it would have been interesting to ask about about his creative control inside of his label, because labels nowadays it's starting to come out. It's a lot more public now that they have a lot of control over your creative control. So it would have been really interesting to ask him, what can you do? What can't you do? And have you ever done anything and they gave you any pushback, and what was it? And can you talk about it? Just to follow up with that.
you should do a whole album with him, bro. We need
With
that.
Future and that.
Huh?
With Future.
Yeah. Would
Yeah,
you do it?
I've been having like talks with a few people right now. I'm doing a whole project with them.
Bro, you have
People
to.
been talking to me about doing a whole project with me and
That would
stuff like
slap.
that. But yeah, I'm in the future now.
Is that like a mutual thing where you're like, yo,
Sean
we're
Haney just
boys,
getting
we'll
fired
do
up
it?
just thinking about it, huh?
It's a banger, bro. Conscience is my favorite song ever.
Yeah, for sure.
Aaron
We got
slaps
a
your shit all
better
the time.
song.
He listens to your shit so much, it's crazy.
My mom
Every
my mom
second.
lives in Pompano too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah, I was talking to Lance and your mom
Congrats,
about it. I
bro.
love that area. So I've been banging you for a while, but
It sounds.
Conscience for some reason just like hits different for us. We still bang it all the time.
What's that?
What does the word bang
Did you
it
kiss
mean,
your first
Kodak?
chick to Conscience or some shit?
What does
not
bang
my
it
first.
mean, though? Do you know what bang
No.
it means? What does bang it mean? I don't understand your language. What do you mean you bang
Bang
it?
the music, Bob.
Oh, bang it. Like, listen to it.
Yeah, don't worry about this guy over here, bro. He's on another planet.
Bob and Steiny always going at it. Like, at first, I'll be honest, this kind of annoyed me, because like if you're focusing on this guy and then you start beefing with your personal problems, these two, Bob and Steiny, because if you don't know, Steiny used to be Bob's assistant. Now Steiny is Steve's assistant, if I'm not mistaken. But like they bicker all the time, and it's it's hilarious.
What's that? So you got that Pompano, huh?
Yeah, but I love Pompano, bro. I go up there a lot to visit my mom, and it's just like it's a calm, cool area, but it's like a small part of Florida, you know, like between Fort Lauderdale and Boca. But it's dope. You go back there?
Fuck yeah.
Where do you stay at?
Man, when I go to Pompano,
Yeah, but do you guys still live there or no? All over?
nah, what shit. I got a little place I go to. I got a little place down there.
He asks a lot of questions. You know, Aaron, he asks a lot of questions. You know, I mean, you're asking a lot of fucking questions.
Well,
Kodak
bro, we're
about
bonding over
locations
where
and
we're
whatnot.
from, Bob.
You got a very important guy traveling around. You think he wants to give you his fucking location?
So it's interesting Bob brings this up because it really just depends how you word it. Like, I think Steiny was just asking him, like, what area, like, do you hang out? But I think Kodak may have taken it like he wanted an exact location, but I think they were just talking about, I don't think he was asking that, but that can also be a miscommunication or just be misinterpreted. And Bob actually picked up on it. That's why he's like, why do you want to know where he lives? And I think Steiny was just trying to get a general area.
Locations?
Where you posted up mostly? Florida?
It's like this it for me here. It's
Hey,
like
by the way, real quick, was that thing that I watched when I turned on Sports Center or whatever it was, you were back? Am I allowed to speak like openly?
yeah.
Like that video, because your mother's here. I want to be respectful. But like, were you banging a girl in the suite? Like I turned on the TV and I saw you like banging some girl or something. Was that just the headlines?
Little sweet
Like
coat?
we was zooling, man.
Bob. Bob did this in the Pauly D interview. So when I say this, I mean it in the biggest respect. But he keeps talking about the girls that he's hooked up with. He did this in the Pauly D interview. I think he did this in the John Daly interview. And now he's doing it in this one. I mean, and his mom is there. I mean, it's a ballsy thing to do. I would, if I was going to ask something like that, I don't know how I would have worded it because I try to stay out of that sort of thing. And if Bob's trying to add shock value or whatever, I don't know what he's trying to do. And you could tell he's trying to be slick with it because he's like talking a little bit lower. Like, I don't know if we could say anything with your mom being right there. Don't ask when his mom's right there, but like, mom, earmuffs, something. I would just don't ask that questions, Bob.
Just vibing and shit, hanging out.
No, I didn't know. It was like Kodak Black, like bang some girl, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, this motherfucker is ballsy as shit.
Yeah.
Wait,
What
how
was doing
did
the
you see it?
compa?
Was it on TV or some shit or no?
No, I think my 12-year-old nephew called me.
Oh.
Yeah. What he's worried about. He's wondering if
Ballsy ass
it was his
motherfucker.
chick or not. Was it his girl?
Like what doing the come by?
You fucked my girl?
See, Steiny's always starting with Bob. They're always messing.
She's bad, so you might want to do it. But
No, but what happened? Was it just you? Like, was it you just dancing with some girl, or
Yeah, we're doing the come by, the Haitian dance.
it was a smart move, by the
With
way.
Guyenne.
Smart. That's your mother, right?
Yeah.
I apologize. That's why I asked.
He was
Be respectful, Bob.
I
Fuck's
very
wrong with you?
respectful.
It's pretty fucked up.
I
Dude.
think I
Yeah.
have been.
They serve us pickled eggs and shit.
It was a very amazing situation.
I don't know how much you could talk about it, but to me, that is like the biggest flex to get pardoned by the president. Like, how did that come about? Like, did you guys have a prior relationship?
So this goes back to kind of structure. This is actually a great question. In my opinion, in my professional opinion, I just like a little bit of structure. Sure. So where you want to see what the viewer wants, right? You've got to know, they got to know their audience, their demographics. So they've got to kind of get in their head and think what they want to know as well. And they're trying to attract another audience. So I don't know how I would have segued from, and this could have been an edit because I noticed kind of a sharp edit, but you can kind of tell like, the interview kind of goes in like just randomly just different directions because I know this is more of a conversation, but like at least I try to have it like a nice ebb and flow. But I don't know how I would have segued him talking about having sex with somebody in front of his mom and it being on TV into Trump. Him talking about being pardoned by Trump. Maybe you've been in some sticky situations lately and somehow it didn't get I don't know. I'd have to really think about that one. But this is a good question, though.
Like, that's insane to me.
You know, they were making sure, like, I was getting up out of there safe, you know. And called me the Eagle. Like, the Eagle has landed, man, the package. And called me the Eagle of the package. You're, like, the Eagle has landed, man. Safe.
Was that something though that like did you get word while you were there and saying, "Hey, Trump wants to pardon you"? Or was that like How did that process work? If
Is
you
that
can't
because
talk about it.
you were rocking the hat and shit, the MAGA hat I saw, and is that because like you were just publicly showing support that he's like, I'm gonna help this guy out?
Y'all show support like I'm forever like embedded to that boy. He snapped.
Yeah. But Trump knows, like, he did that for the people. The people need their music. We need Kodak's music.
Man, like getting rid of Trump is the worst thing America could have did. You hear me?
Friend? Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, that's my SG ashtray.
There you go. What is that?
You see
It's
it?
an ashtray, Bob.
See that SG on it?
Platinum.
I'm asking what
See that
SG means.
SG.
So before we go into what SG means, I would have asked what it was like to be pardoned by the president, how it happened, like the full story of why it happened, and with him, what he just said, is he about, his opinion about Trump or anything political? It is known that people who say things like that get canceled really quick, or man, they'll show up in an article the next day for being God knows what, however the media wants to spin it. But it's like, are you worried about that? Are you worried that you came out and said something like that and the people at your label have something to say about that or a problem with that? Have they ever told you that you shouldn't talk politics? That's unfortunately, that's the day, the world we live in now. So it would be interesting to hear his take on cancel culture.
G.
Sniper gang.
Sniper gang, snatching grass, sneaking geek, scratch gang.
No sniper gang until now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it got all kind of acronyms, all kind of, it mean all kind of stuff.
What does sniper gang mean though?
Gremlin.
It's just
Sniper gang, we
I think it's pretty obvious. Yeah.
Aim at what we want, we bang at what we see. You hear me?
How does one get into sniper gang?
The sniper is the most important dude on the battlefield.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Lance invited me into the sniper gang. Is that cool with you or no?
Yeah,
Aaron,
for
you're never
sure.
going to be in the sniper gang.
I'm in the sniper gang.
Yeah.
Lance said I was an honorary member of the sniper gang.
Steiny wakes up in the
The
mirror.
sniper is
and
the most important
looks in the mirror
person
and
on the
says, "Sniper gang
battlefield,
and
yeah.
shit, huh?"
It is. It is. I know a couple of guys. Actually, O'Neill was a sniper. We had that guy that killed Bin Laden. I think he was a sniper for a while as well.
Where he at?
Robert O'Neill, the man who killed Bin Laden right now, he's on tour in Texas. So he's doing a tour with Dakota Meyer, who is the Medal of Honor recipient. And
I need him to be my security.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's retired. He's got his job done. He killed Bin Laden. He's out. He's checked out. But those are the guys. I mean, the best of what they do, the Navy SEALs and whatnot. You gotta have respect for those guys, right? I mean, imagine that, getting in a helicopter, knowing you're invading Pakistan and going to kill the most wanted man on planet Earth.
So when Trump pardoned, I want to know. This is the most interesting thing. But when he pardoned you, how'd you find out? Like, what was the moment when you found out?
Shit, I knew it was going down. You heard me?
So right there, when Bob kind of started talking about something else, Kyle reeled it back in. So if you're starting to fade one way, that's what's good that Kyle was there to kind of bring it back, because like he just said, this is the most interesting thing, because it really is. So here he goes.
Then it was like, I was keeping that to myself because like, I was in the pen. Like, like a lot of people died around me in the pen and stuff like that. Yeah, for sure. So it's like, man, I ain't finna let people know that, like.
Yeah, you don't want to brag about that, obviously.
Yeah, niggas fuck around, kill me and him. You know what I'm saying? Facts. That's, Like, I knew how to make a knife, you know what I'm saying? Like, first out the gate, when I got the Big Sandy, Kentucky, I had paid a dude to make me a knife. And then when I paid him to make me a knife, of course, like, it was like, I don't watch him. So it was like showing me how to make one and making one for me at the same time.
Did you get
Anyway,
to, like,
that ain't the question, but you're like, I know how to make some shit where I could get through transit, where I could go to a different prison with one, and you won't even find it on me and stuff.
What happens if they catch and find you, though? It's just added time, isn't it? So there was risk behind it, right?
Yeah, but in appearance, it's like they know it's like you kind of like need a knife.
Yeah.
So it's like they.
So this is kind of tough, because now it went from the pardon to now he's talking about the knives in prison. I don't know if there was like an edit, like they edited something out, but something just is a little off, because I don't know how they transitioned from Trump to him making a knife. So there could have been an edit. I'm not really sure, but this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's so, structure is so important, or just figure out like where you want to go and how to ask the questions and the follow-up questions that go along with it. So it ebbs and flows.
Like, give you an extra charge or none of that shit. I probably just seen to the boss. Probably might take away a little game time.
Right.
But it was like so much people. It's like the worst of the worst people. And I was at the worst pen. And it dude, like, see, people don't even be saying that when I be talking about this. Cause they know, like, Big Sin, and that's the worst federal penitentiary you could be in the BLP. So it was like, man, shit, you need a knife. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They got plastic knives, they got metal long knives, all kind of shit. The plastic knives gonna do damage, the little plastic ones.
I would have been like, how do you make one? How do you, because in prison, from my understanding, it's a lot of trading going on. So how much did it cost? Did you have to, is it money? Is it things in commissary? Did they show you how to make the knife? The plastic knife was the most deadliest. Why is the plastic one the worst one to get? Because you'd think if you stab somebody, it would break. But then again, it's like, if you've ever watched 60 Days In or Cops or anything like that, or the show Jail, like they stab multiple times really, really fast. So it'd be interesting. Well, I'm just curious to why a plastic knife is the most deadly.
I'm just gonna do damage, man.
That's obviously a place, though, that you don't ever want to go back to, right?
Fuck no.
Prison's tough.
Yeah.
What's your relationship, by the way? Your mother is one of the sweetest ladies in the world. What's your relationship like your mother? What has your mother taught you along the way?
She that baby, you hear me? So like, that's that queen, like ain't nothing like it.
She's a very sweet lady.
What's that?
And see, once again, just kind of going from prison knives to your mom. I don't know if this was still, once again, I could be missing something where it was edited, but if you're going to start talking about their family, it's like, how was your mom supportive when you were growing up? How did she take the transition from you being a nobody until the superstar? Did the relationship with her change? Did the relationship with any of your other family members or friends change when you got successful?
Was that mom?
It felt bad. We invaded her house. We're like on the front lawn taking pictures and have cameras in here.
Bro, I'm moving. I'm crashing here.
Aaron's bringing gold chains in here.
Let's get gaming setups, bro.
He violent, gang.
Pompano gang, bros. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Moving in there. Yeah.
Almost there.
What are you playing now?
I'm that boy. I play 2K, FIFA, Madden.
Okay, I got you in 2K. I'll have you in Madden. You might have me in FIFA, but
I'm that boy.
I'll take
in
you
FIFA.
2K for like 10 bands if you're down.
I'm that boy in FIFA.
I'm not that good at FIFA anymore.
10 bands?
Huh?
10 bands?
Yeah,
You wanna
son,
do 10 bands?
don't let him bail out of this. Finish this fucking
Fuck
take.
yeah,
Okay, we can do 10
FIFA.
bands.
See, and now Bob is hopping on this bandwagon because I think, if you don't know, he just bet him $10,000 on a game.
We do 10 bands in a game of 2K.
This shit, all right.
We can play for a chain or something.
Nah, 10 bands.
Fuck.
Yeah, shit just got real.
I don't think he expected him to say yes because now he's in it.
Oh, I guess I'm in here. So 10 bands it is.
We want to do what, 5 bands?
Let's do 5.
All right.
5K.
You
we'll play.
texting Steve to spot you or what?
No, I can do 5K. It's fine.
Judging by his body language, he lucked out that he doesn't have to do 10, but it would be an interesting follow-up for him, a question for him down the line, because this was released a few days ago. Who won? But you could just tell the look on his face that he's a little nervous. He's trying to act like a big shot, like, yeah, I got 5 bands. That's still a lot of money to be betting on PlayStation, Xbox.
5K, play Lance for double or nothing, leave here with 10. That's it.
But you can't pick the Lakers, though.
No, we do random teams.
We can pick
no.
we can play anybody.
Why?
But
You have a team you play with, or we do random teams?
I play with the Grizzlies, Ja Morant, them.
Oh my god, we gotta do randoms.
Oh, I play with the Suns,
Is that Xbox?
PS5.
Okay, it's fine. 5 bands.
Why don't you just do what we always do? Is like 3 randoms. So you pick the first 2, you get 2 randoms.
No.
And if you're not the first 2 randoms,
That's
you
how
get
we
the-
have to do it, though.
you
How's
have
it
to be the
fair
third.
otherwise? You're good as fuck with Memphis, obviously.
What if he says take Memphis out of the play? You can't beat Lakers. You can't.
Dude,
beat
you're not
Memphis.
negotiating this. I
All right,
have the
fine.
money
Go ahead.
in here.
Go ahead, Aaron. It's all you.
Shut up.
I'll go.
We'll do 3 randoms and we'll play a game of 2K.
All right,
for 5K.
I won't be Memphis then. I'm gonna pick the Suns.
All right, beat the
You
Suns.
pick any other team but Lakers.
Okay, what about Brooklyn?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
And so we have it here. The match is set up. Steiny versus Kodak Black.
And this would actually be, so those of you who, for whatever reason, don't know who Bob MENERY is, he does great, like, announcing, like, comedy. He's like a dirty broadcaster. I don't know. You just have to see his stuff. I'll link all his links below, but it would be great for him to do the announcing and the play-by-play for this 2K event. If I was a moderator, that's what I would ask Bob, and if they're okay with that as well.
Yeah.
5,000. Guess what? You don't pay the fucking money. You don't leave this house.
Oh, yeah, I know
You understand? That's how it works.
Let's do it. Let's run it.
Or they feed you the crocodiles. You know what I'm into? I'm into crocodiles.
Dave,
You ever
say
seen-
you into one?
Yeah, like I don't know why I go on YouTube and I watch crocodiles for like 4 hours straight, and like just eating things in the wild. Do you ever see any crocodiles out here?
Alligators.
Gators. We got the Gators now.
The look that Kyle just gave. Bob just said he watches alligators for 4 hours. I mean, hey, teach their own, right? But the look that Kyle just gave him. All right, that does it for this podcast interview breakdown. But before you go, if this is your first time on this channel, my goal is to help you grow your network and your net worth with video podcasting and podcast interviews. So if you have a podcast or you're thinking about starting one, this free download is for you. It's a list of the top 25 podcast interview questions that will make you sound like a pro so you can impress your next guest and your listeners. The link is in the description. And if you want more podcast interview breakdowns, click right here. And we'll see you next time.